Acumen. Acumen.
This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA.
Acumen.
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, UFC 236 Fight Week. TJ Dillashaw suspended for 2 years. Triton Fight Week. MMA news with the MMA.
Wonderful.
All right. I hope everyone is wonderful. Everyone in the chat, drop the hoes. It's TGIW Season 3, episode number
14.
That's right. And we're hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Fitting sound drop, right? Cody Garbrandt celebrating Conor McGregor in the news about TJ Dillashaw suspended for 2 years. 2 years, Jesse.
What?
It's a long time, huh?
That's a long time. By the way, check out this amazing t-shirt I'm wearing.
All right, let's check it out. What do you got on there?
Hashtag BetDSI. Diamond Sports International.
Really?
Yes.
It's funny you say that, Jesse, because we're sponsored by BetDSI. What is the odds of that?
Yeah.
Yeah? BetDSI!
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMA-Hole and get up to 100% bonus match on your winnings today. BetDSI also offers betting options for everything, including NFL, NCAA, football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all their major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add some excitement to the fights or any of the sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with the link in the description using promo code MMA-Hole and get this limited time 100% bonus offer to make some extra cash on sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
Yeah, promo code MMA-Hole. Yeah, that's right. Make your bets, place your bets. We're going to be going back over here and telling you about where we're betting and what we're betting on. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right.
I flubbed a little.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's because
I
I caught
usually
you off
never
guard.
flub. Yeah, usually I'm like already in the zone before I start doing that. I did it right from the beginning and I stumbled on one of those words.
And you can get a BetDSI shirt as well. We have the Wheel of Goodies that we'll be spinning whenever. We don't know. Maybe we're not spinning it. We're not spinning it this Friday. Should we spin it tonight, Jess?
Oh, that's right. We're not spinning it this Friday, are we?
We're at Triton Fights. So maybe we should spin it tonight.
What if we spin it tomorrow when Timeless is on air?
Well, I think we should do this, Jesse. While Timeless is on air, we should do a CBD giveaway.
Okay.
A CBD giveaway. And tonight, I think we should spin the Wheel of Goodies. Let's see what some ones in the chat if you would like us to spin it tonight. Let's see what they say.
Jessica Kills Agents and Vigos says she speaks so fast that she broke the sound barrier. Corkscrew Times is Ann H. Thomas Matthew, haha. Wicked World, spin it. Ray Lops is Kevin for President. Drunk Savage says sup. Colby Johnson, Kane plays. How about today and tomorrow? Thomas Matthew says Moss and Jesse looking good. MacB with the 1. Wicked World with the 1. Thomas Matthew 1. Gilson and Tullamore says 2.
You know what? Gilson said 2, so I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Wonderful.
What was this?
That was me being a devil.
Oh, that was cute. Do it again.
Devil.
Let me see it again.
All right. It looks like a lot of ones in there. We're going to spin that shit. Now,
how should we again?
How should we spin this wheel? What do you think? What should we do to spin it? Who's going to be able to spin this wheel?
I'm spinning the wheel, of course.
I'm saying in the chat. Who should we do highest donator again?
Oh. Yeah.
Wow. All right, so we'll do highest.
I'm not in it. Right
We're going
now.
to do highest donator. Yes, you will be spinning the wheel, Jesse. So highest donator once again tonight on the Wednesday show. We'll be able to spin the wheel of goodies. On the wheel of goodies, we have some timeless CBD on there. We merged corkscrew and pens. So that's exciting. You're going to get a corkscrew and pens this time on the wheel of goodies if you hit that section. All right, let's talk about the topics over here. TJ Dillashaw, now we have a punishment. He is suspended for 2 years. Of course, Cody Garbrandt is vocal about this. And before we get into the story, I have to say this.
What?
If Cody Garbrandt didn't get knocked out in his last fight, he would be in great shape right now. It'd be fantastic.
I think Cody kind of gets a little bit of a pass now given the situation. I feel that because Cody called TJ out when they were doing tough, like that goes to show that TJ was clearly taking something that they weren't testing for and he knew he could get away with. So I have a feeling TJ was probably on the same shit when he was fighting Cody.
Well, I got to say this. He got knocked the fuck out in his last fight. It was pretty bad. He got caught in a slugfest with Pedro Munoz. And if he would have ran over Munoz, then I'd be like, all right, give the man his belt back. Cody's the champ again. Could have did what they did with Daniel Cormier. But he got fucking flattened. He got flatlined by Pedro Munoz. And, he has a right to say something, because TJ clearly, he's not even fighting it. TJ's like, all right, give me the suspension. I'm wrong, Ariel Helwani made a good point saying how, guys like, who was the Yankee? Andy Pettit, when he got caught for steroids, that he just was like, give me the punishment. I'm guilty. We move on. Everyone makes excuses for things. And it's a good point. A lot of people have an excuse. Every time people are busted, John Jones, all these other people, they're like, well, it's tainted. It's this, it's that. TJ's like, I'm wrong. Give me the 2 years. I'm good. Not 2 years. Now, 2 years on a guy that has some mileage in the UFC. Can he come back after the 2 years? That's going to be difficult. Do you think he will?
So here's the thing. The USADA test that he had taken that caught him on this, I guess there's a new thing that they're testing for in these tests now. Like, they weren't testing for this previously.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
We got the G.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Jessica G.
On JRE Today with Dean, Joe said his piss was tested from the Cody fights and it was dirty.
What? Joe said his piss was tested. Wait a minute. That's interesting.
I didn't see that, but so Joe confirmed it.
Joe says that he was tested during the Cody fights and he popped.
Yeah, that is the case, and I'm assuming that's in the stories tonight. But go ahead.
But so this thing that he was popped for this time around, I guess, is now based on what I've read, is a new thing that USADA is testing for. They previously didn't test for this certain strain of something.
Well, Lance Armstrong busted for this.
So
this is a common thing.
Yeah, but I have a feeling more people are going to pop because if more people were taking this and they knew they wouldn't pop on a USADA test, and now USADA is testing for this, I have a feeling everyone who thought that they were safe, they're probably going to come out of the woodwork now.
I think TJ knew he wasn't safe. I think he knew what he was doing here.
Yeah.
He didn't argue it. This is not something that it's not on the list. It's got to be on the list. It has to be because TJ, he's not arguing. He's not complaining. He's not crawling in under a rock right now. So I think that this was wrong. This was on the list, and he fucked up. They said Armstrong popped for this thing. That's not a USADA thing, but other fighters I'm sure have. What was that guy that got banned for life? I don't even know his name.
Oh, it was a Russian fighter.
You know what it was
just
for?
Recently. No. Well, the reason he got banned for life was because I guess he had gotten in trouble 2 times prior, and then the third time he refused to take a mandatory test, and by doing that, it just kind of got him banned for life.
Well, I gotta say this: I'm no expert in steroids. I have natural, beautiful muscles over here. So look at that.
Steroids.
Old naturally. That's how I get my
all steroids.
My 10-inch biceps. But I don't know much about it. All I know is TJ didn't complain. So he's guilty, right? 2 years, that's going to put a big dent. Do you know TJ's age? What's TJ Dillashaw's age? I'm curious. I'm going to look at this up right now. TJ.
Staley Vigo says some Dagestan bum. Flat Earth Deacon. And Nate was right. They are all on everybody's on steroids.
So he's 33 years old. Comes back at 35. His birthday's in February. All right. So, yeah, he'll be 35 years old when he comes back. And, you see other guys competing into their 40s. So it's not like it's over for TJ. Yeah. But you got to think 2 years off 35 years old, the rust. You know what? I think TJ does come back. I think he does. I think he's going to have something to prove. So I think he does. What do you think, Jess?
I think he will, but I don't know if he's going to come back the same TJ. You know, it's unfortunate, and I said this in the Discord because I actually like him. You know, I like TJ, so it sucks. You know that this has happened because I like what he did with his career, with his name. You know, he had such a tainted name from Tough, and he turned that all around in his favor, and it was really respectable to me. But
wow, you're in the minority. A lot of people can't stand the guy.
I really like him. But it sucks because now this has happened, and it's like, fuck, man. You had to do that. You had to go there. Now you're just in that pool of other fighters that I don't respect anymore. You know?
Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. 2 years, we have to wait. 2 years flies by real quick. Look at John Jones. You know, it seemed like a blink and he's back in there. Well, then again, he had a shortened sentence. Do you think TJ something will pop up and he'll get a shortened sentence?
Who knows?
I say no.
It's so fucked up. The whole system is fucked up. So who knows?
TJ, it's gonna be like the Chad Mendes thing. I think that's what's gonna happen. Chad Mendes popped for steroids. He vanished, comes back 2 fights, and he retires. I think we're gonna see the same thing with TJ. I think he's gonna come back after a couple of fights, and he's probably gonna try to see if he can contend, and if he can't, bye-bye. A lot of people were saying TJ was on the juice. A lot of people were saying, look at them nipples. I was a doubter. I wasn't mystical about that. It went over my mystical head. I was like, you know what? I can't see TJ doing that. I really can't. He seems like this wholesome boy. You know, he's a jerk off. Don't get me wrong, but he seems like a wholesome boy. And then you have Cody Garbrandt throwing him under the bus, and some other people from Alpha Male throwing him under the bus, and they were right. He was. So in the chat, do you think TJ Dillashaw will be coming back to the UFC? Yes or no? We got Jessica G coming in.
Last week there was a story that said that Usada banned someone for life for the first time post John Jones test, but that's not true. Vanderlei Silva was banned for life before. It was overturned a year or so later. During the same test, Kale was banned.
Was it really?
Well, then wouldn't that mean that he's not really banned for life because it was overturned?
Well, maybe what she's saying there is the other guy, the Russian dude, maybe it's gonna get overturned for him too. You know, maybe he'll be able to fight again. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Vanderlei, is that true?
Lick my balls.
Oh, he says lick my balls. So Vanderlei, thank you. Let me see in the chat. Thank you, Jessica G, for the donatione. Right now in the lead with $2. So Jessica
donatione?
G. Yeah, it's Italian. Jessica G is in the lead to spin what we like to call something very special over here, Jesse. You know, we like to call this thing the Wheel of It Was JPH.
Wow, you messed it up.
You messed it up. You were gonna say goodies. That's not the Wheel of Goodies anymore. It's the Wheel of It Was JPH.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, to those who watch not the MMA-Holes, our second channel. By the way, we might do a gas station salad run after this, so make sure you subscribe to not the MMA-Holes. Link in the description, and we'll take you on the road. All right, let's see what the chat says. Yes or no? Will TJ Dillashaw be back? Yes. Yes or no?
Ray Lop says, terrible, terrible. Vigo Anzalone keeps singing, you muppet. Flat Earth Deacon says, CBD, is that gummies, vape, or cream?
It's all of the above. So tomorrow night, we're going to be having Rob from Timeless CBD. He's going to be coming on the show, our sponsor. He's going to be talking about the vapes, the gummies, the rubs. We have all this stuff over here. We'll be giving that stuff away. Gummy bears, and I love the BCAAs. It's banging that shit. Today, ask Jesse. I was working out in the garage today, and all of a sudden, I felt like I was possessed. Like, I felt fantastic. I woke up. I felt sick beforehand. I felt revitalized afterwards. It's like magic, this stuff. And the oil is my favorite. What's your favorite?
All of the above.
Everything. See? I like certain
I'm living
things.
that CBD life.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into our first story, Jesse. We're live for 2 hours tonight. We'll be taking some phone calls, and we'll be hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
All right. We're going to go over to the MMA-Holes.com. That's right. The MMA-Holes.com is
wonderful, wonderful.
Make sure you check out our brand new website. Has a live chat, and we are live there right now. Make sure you check out our brand new website. as a live chat, and we are live there right now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
See, I don't
You
lie,
should have
Jesse.
let it keep going like a domino effect.
So that's right, Jesse.
Yeah.
Look at them. They are chatting away over there in the website. The website chat is wonderful, wonderful. Look at Jessica G and McAfee. Beautiful thing. I love you. Now we go over to the news section. And we get to the beautiful part of the show where Jesse reads the news.
Jesse, read.
Wonderful.
All right, let's do it.
According to Metro.co, Conor McGregor and Cody Garbrandt bond over TJ Dillashaw's UFC doping ban. Conor McGregor and Cody Garbrandt have joined together to revel in TJ Dillashaw's 2-year ban for taking performance-enhancing drugs. The former UFC bantamweight champ is now suspended till January 2021 after testing positive for EPO from a urine sample taken the day before his fight with Henry Cejudo on January 19th. Dillashaw lost that bout via first-round stoppage, but went into the fight after back-to-back knockout victories over Garbrandt for the bantamweight title.
Super chat. Joseph Gibbs.
Damn Dillashaw. I hope he gets violated one day with the fury of 1,000 inmates who have not seen a female in 20 years. Wipe him from the books.
Wow. Jesse, what do you think about that?
It's a little harsh.
Well, he has something to say, and it's very important. And he also is our new leader on the Wheel of JBH. Hold on. We should just call it the Wheel of JBH. Let's put him at $5 over here. If Joe stays on top with the $5, he will be spinning that wheel. Thank you for that donation. Wow. Some harsh words over there.
Garbrandt took to Twitter to blast the drugs cheat and suggest that Dillashaw will have been using EPO for a lot longer than just his last fight. Test all his samples. I bet for a fact more EPO pops up. At TJ Dillashaw is a coward. TJ, call me when that suspension is up. Scumbag, tweeted Cody. Cody tweeted in the full tweet, all of my losses are from the fighters that have popped for PEDs, UFC at UFC or US anti-doping. I can stand behind this when I say I'll always be a drug-free athlete. Number one reason is the belief that I have in myself. Number two, I respect the game 100%. Twitter rant over. Y'all have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
He also put another tweet out that said, quote, let's make this clear. I'm not saying my losses are a direct result of PED convicted fighters. I also fought like a dumbass. Garbrandt's only other defeat in his MMA career came against Pedro Munoz in March this year. Munoz tested positive for elevated levels of testosterone in a 2014 fight, which he won, but was later overturned to a no contest. Conor McGregor also has had a running feud with Dillashaw since the Irishman coached a team on The Ultimate Fighter against Dillashaw's then teammate Uriah Faber. McGregor predicted Dillashaw would leave Team Alpha Male, of which Garbrandt is still a member, and Conor was dead right, with TJ leaving a few months later. McGregor tweeted, quote, respect Cody. He also tweeted out, the loyalty you showed for Uriah and your team on that fateful day in the tough gym will forever stand out to me. Enjoy this moment and these return victories to you, clean and unbeaten. Garbrandt replied, quote, loyalty we both understand. I hope the family as well. Dillashaw's strength and conditioning coach Sam Calavita has released a statement following the suspension that is so self-serving and overly verbose that it doesn't warrant publication in full. But here's a snippet. He said, quote, as a man of few words, preferring passion and belief as a shield to be carried out upon, I am bemused to careless and reckless dialogue for no other purpose than to make myself heard among the masses plagued by willful ignorance.
I like how Cody Garbrandt said he fought like an idiot, right? In those fights, like he said, you know, he was talking about the whole TJ thing, and then he said how he fought like an idiot. But he fought like an idiot in his last 3 fights, not just one or two. In the last 3 fights, he got sloppy. You know, with the TJ fights, he got owned. Let's be honest. I mean, he was trading with him. You know, he was fighting the way Cody Garbrandt fights, right? His last fight, he really got sloppy, and he was just throwing. He said he got clipped, and he just went into not defense mode. He went into like brawl mode and just started swinging and got caught.
Yeah.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
All right, let's see what we got over here.
Marty Usman also used ZPO. It's well known in his FL gym. Watch for Usman to pop next. Also, Israel is creepy and retarded. His new hairstyle makes me think he bats for the Other teaman loves the Louisville Slugger in his black plug.
Wow. Now, do you? I could see how people say he's a little flamboyant, Adesanya, but
I don't think so.
When it comes to Marty, like the guy's shredded, so of course people are gonna say he's on something. I don't think so though. I think it's in his DNA. I think he's got that Nigerian working DNA. That's what I'm gonna go with over here. I'm not saying that TJ Dillashaw, he wasn't like bulked up. He was trim and like shredded, right? And the nips were the giveaway, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about steroids. All I know is this: I don't think Marty's on steroids. I think it's his DNA. What do you think?
I don't think he's on steroids.
No?
But then again, everybody's on steroids.
Yeah, I didn't think TJ was either, so I could be wrong. What does the chat say? Is Marty Usman on steroids? Yes or no?
No. 70 Sound says EPO builds red cells. Red cells carry oxygen. You don't gas. It's a cancer drug. Because chemo kills your red cells, EPO helps build red blood cells low from chemo. Jessica Kills Agents and Vigo says, after TJ popped, I think they're on the shit. They all on the shit. MacB says, no, lick these please. Yup. Scuffed Gamer, yes. Kane plays maybe. Real Real's laughing. JBH is on steroids, says Vigo Anzalone. Manny C says, yes. Eddie D says, that kind of makes sense. During Tyron versus Kimura, Marty never got tired. And says, OMG, the Vigos have taken over the chat. Fucking run everyone.
So here's the thing with Marty, he never gets tired. Like, he just doesn't get tired. So if he is on steroids, he's been on steroids his whole career, you know? I don't buy it. I don't buy the Marty thing. I'm going to go with no on that one, but it doesn't really matter. We'll find out down the road. If he is, he'll get caught. Everyone gets caught, right? Even the great John Bones Jones. So now Cody Garbrandt, where does he stand, right? TJ's out for 2 years. Yeah. I mean, I guess the path is a little quicker back to the belt again, right? He took the L to Munoz. Munoz is fighting Aljamain. If Aljamain beats Pedro, you know, Cody Garbrandt could be a win away from being a contender again. So it's not over for Cody. This looks better. The problem, and I would be upset about this too. Like, if I lost my belt to a guy that was using steroids, I would have a chip on my shoulder. I really would. I would be upset. It's just the fact that he got knocked the fuck out in his last fight.
Yeah.
The problem is, after TJ takes out Cody twice, and I mean viciously takes him out, his chin seems like it's done. It seems like it's a wrap, you know? And Aljamain Sterling actually said this. He said this on our show. He said that he noticed before the first TJ fight, if you look back in his other fights, when he fought Dominic Cruz, you could see his eyes kind of roll back. He says he noticed it in the Dominic Cruz fight. Now, he did own Dominic Cruz in that fight, but when he did get clipped, you notice that his legs got like wobbly, his eyes kind of rolled back. Maybe TJ put the nail in the coffin. He put it on the fucking mush, right on the chin, and Cody Garbrandt, you know, he can't bounce back from that. And it sucks. He got popped for steroids. He got smoked twice from that same guy, and maybe he'll never be the same again because of a dude on steroids. Yeah. It's got to be incredibly frustrating for Cody Garbrandt. I mean, sucks for him, but what are you going to do? You know, like, how do you bounce back now? Mm-hmm. You know, if other people have knocked him out, but at least the path is closer to the belt. Sucks for him. All right, let's see what else we have about this TJ Dillashaw story. Let's get some more information on this thing.
Okay, according to MMAnews.com.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
CHOO,
motherfuckers.
Marty was born rich. His father bought a business to come to the USA. Became a millionaire, now in jail for tax fraud scam. Marty was born rich. He's a liar and an EPO cheat. Marty was born rich. EPO Marty was born rich. Marty uses EPO born rich.
Yeah, someone loves Marty. By the way, what's his name? Colby Covington was bullied as a kid. Fun fact. I can give facts about everyone. Jessica G jumping in.
Stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Jessica G says,
they all on the juice. And if anyone saw the sparring footage of JBH and her guns as of late getting so swole, she on the juice as well.
It's true.
You know, that is a good point by Jessica G. Thank you for the donation.
She posted a video in the Discord. Yeah.
What'd she post? Hold on.
It's keep going.
Okay. Well, what is it of? Explain it.
It's me. It's supposed to be me sparring. It's a cat sparring with a tiger.
It's you sparring. All right, I see mosquitoes. They are yapping away in that Discord. That's good stuff over there. Yeah, it's going to take forever for me to find it. All right, so JBH, I was going to go to something else over here. But yeah, JBH, there is a question out there. You know, I mean, it's not impossible for JBH to be on steroids. You know, it's not totally impossible. If we go to the footage over here, it's kind of small, but you can see it.
You want to know how you're with the right girl?
Yeah!
See? That could be steroids, Jesse.
Yeah.
I think Jessica's onto something too over there. All right. Flatlet says, hey, can I trade a mug for some CD? You got to, well, if you're the highest donator, you could. Tomorrow we're going to be sending that stuff out, by the way. CBD, mug, a lot of stuff will be sent out tomorrow, and we'll be spinning the wheel. We'll be giving away a CBD product with Rob on. We'll be spinning the wheel tonight, the highest donator. So that is wonderful, wonderful. Right now, Joe Gibbs is in the lead. The highest donator will spin the wheel of It Was JBH. You don't like the new song? It's not bad. It's okay. Got to get used to it. All right, let's get to the next story in the news.
Well, it's the same story. We just never got to it. According to MMAnews.com, former UFC champ TJ Dillashaw has been suspended for 2 years by Usada for doping violation. More information on that. Usada officials announced the news on Tuesday, with Dillashaw not out of action until after January 18, 2021. It stated, quote, Dillashaw, 33, tested positive for the recombinant human erythropoietin, which is EPO, as the result of an in-competition urine sample he provided on January 18, 2019. The EPO is a synthetic hormone used to stimulate the body's production of red blood cells, thereby increasing oxygen transport and aerobic power, and is a prohibited substance. Dillashaw did not contest the suspension, and he will serve the full 2-year sanction before being allowed to compete again. EPO is a substance that has been banned since the 1990s and is typically used to help conditioning and endurance in athletes. Dillashaw has previously been suspended for 1 year by the New York State Athletic Commission and fined $10,000 as a result of the positive drug test. USADA oversees and enforces UFC's anti-doping policy, and they handed down the standard 2-year sanction for the first offense for this type of banned substance. Immediately after he was suspended by the state of New York, Dillashaw put out a public statement where he relinquished the UFC bantamweight title, likely in anticipation that he would be stripped of the title after the sanctions were made public. A new bantamweight champ will be crowned at UFC 238 when flyweight champ Henry Cejudo moves up to 135 pounds to face Marlon Moraes in the main event on June 8th in Chicago. Cejudo knocked out Dillashaw in just 32 seconds at the fight in January, which also resulted in the positive drug test and subsequent suspension.
All right, so this is from the MMA-Holes.com, where we're pulling stories all over the interwebs. Go check it out. It is wonderful. So TJ Dillashaw in some hot water. Looks like a lot of people are saying that they don't think he's coming back. I think he will. He'll be around 35 years old when he comes back, and I think he'll be good to go. I really do. All right. Jess, anything to add with that story, or would you like to move on?
No, I think we covered it pretty much. There was one about Cody Garbrandt, but we read the tweets and stuff, so. Okay.
What do you think in the chat? Let's see what they say.
NH says, Chris, no mod in here. Michael is the king mod in here. Jessica kills agents, and Vigo says, Staley Vigo 02, is that what cured your AIDS? And Chris H says, what a shame. Rizzuto says, Eddie D. Sorry, Chris, what is going on?
Too much CBD.
I can't fucking read anything tonight. I'm just stumbling over everything. Staley Vigo says, Jessica kills agents, and Vigos, yes, I had to drink a can of black sperm daily to cure my AIDS. Chris, hello. Oh, Chris H, hello, says Ann H. Monster says, Jesse Bell Hill is a stank booty tomboy. That's right.
Yeah.
Vigo Anselon says, the wheel of Vigo. Manny C, we'll be back, but some is over. We'll be back, but some is over. Flat Earth Deacon says, the wheel of nose.
All right, so Joe Gibbs in the lead of the wheel of It Was JBH. All right. Let's see what else we have in the news, Jesse.
Okay, there is new footage released of Conor McGregor smashing fans' phone in Miami. Prosecutors have released new footage of a star fighter, Conor McGregor, smashing and stealing a fan's phone outside of the Fontainebleau Miami Beach Hotel. The footage was released Wednesday, hours after Miami-Dade prosecutors in court announced they had formally charged him.
Now, I did watch the footage of this, and listen, Conor, he's off. I think they paid off this dude. That's what it looks like. Guys, listen, credit to this dude. Oh, by the way, the link is...
Yeah, it's the wrong link. I just
Oh, shit. Okay. All right.
No, you can play the video on the thing.
On what thing?
On the news.
Well, we probably should change that link. Okay. All right. Is this the... Okay, here we go. I'll pull the video up. All right, so, by the way, if you click on the link to the story on the MMA-Holes.com, that one is wrong, but every once in a while you get them right. Sometimes you get them wrong. All right, here we go. Let's go to the Zooms. Right over here. Right over here. All right, we're going to do some investigation. So, yeah, so Conor's off. This is all wrapped up. I think Mr. Phone got paid off, and what was it, like 15 grand or some shit like that? Not bad. Not a bad deal, right, Jess?
Right.
$15,000.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a new phone, and you buy a bunch of other new things. All right. Now, watching this shit here, it looks like Conor is doing his little walk, and actually, we can zoom in a little closer here. He's doing his, that billionaire walk that he stole from Vince McMahon. And he looks intoxicated, having a good time after the club. I think this was his mom's birthday, right?
No, he was in Florida for his mother's birthday, but this night was not his mother's birthday.
Oh, so he was just out partying?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's watch this video. Okay, this is like a surveillance camera. Actually, we could zoom in a little bit more. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Let's get to the bottom of this, Jesse. Right? Because that's what we do over here.
Well, it's going to move around and stuff.
All right, let's look. All right, so Conor's walking in. Okay, so now if you look over to the gentleman in the white, he has like a white top and a satchel. All right? I'm going to cover the whole screen. We're going to give you a good peek at this. So Conor is over here, right? And the gentleman with the white satchel in the belly is just hanging out. He has his phone out, ready to go, right? That's him, Jesse, correct? I think. Let's see.
You're going to need to stretch it more.
All right. He comes around, and now he has his light on, and Conor's walking this way. You can notice right off the bat, Conor stares right at him, right? He's looking right in his direction. So some people were saying that this was happening in the club as well. Some people were saying that this was going on inside the club, and it just kind of continued outside. This guy was talking some shit to him. All right, Conor looks over. Wow. I'm trying to keep it zoomed in for you guys, but there we go. And now everyone's taking pictures over there, of course. Conor looks at him, and the guy's laughing. Conor gets a little closer, smacks the phone out of the hand, and to add insult to injury, he's just stomping on it. What do you think that guy said to him? Like, I mean, the guy was like smiling until the phone got slapped out of his hand. Boom! And then stomping on it there. What do you think he said, Jess?
I don't know, to be quite honest. It seems a little weird to me, but...
Well, the guy, he had a plan, right? He definitely wanted to get under his skin, and it definitely worked.
It looked to me like he just wanted to get a picture.
He was that wasn't a picture. He was videotaping it. You could see his teeth, too. You could see him smiling in the background.
See how he reaches out to shake his hand? Wait, go back. It looks like he's reaching out to shake Conor's hand before Conor slaps it out of his hand.
So here he is walking in.
Watch this. It looks like he reaches out to shake his hand.
Let's see. He's got long arms, this guy. Got good reach.
When Conor gets close?
No.
Boom, roasted.
See that?
Boom, roasted. You suck.
Okay.
Boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted. Jessica G.
Is what he said.
Boom, roasted is what he said. Is that what it is? So, hold on. So what are you saying here, Jess? You think he...
It looks like he reaches out to shake his hand, and then Conor slaps it out. Watch his left hand, and then Conor...
He wanted to touch him. No, yeah, he wasn't shaking it. He was busting his balls.
Watch the fan.
I don't know.
See that?
Oh, so Conor baited him in.
Yes.
Yeah, Conor kind of baited... Conor baited him in. He wanted more than the phone. He wanted his face. So let's see. So they're talking shit, right? He's getting a little closer. The guy puts his hand out and he fucking slapped his phone. So maybe the guy thought that Conor was like, he's just fucking around. I wonder what he said. What do you think he said? This guy, listen, I'm telling you right now, Conor was wrong for slapping the guy's phone out of his hand, but God knows what this fucking guy said to him. Do you think he just went over there and just slapped his phone out for no reason?
I think the guy was probably trying to be a little silly. And he thought that Conor had a sense of humor, and Conor clearly didn't have a sense of humor.
See, I'm biased because I saw the picture of the guy, and I'm like, yeah, this guy's a complete douchebag. I saw him interviewed on TMZ afterwards. He's like, I don't know what happened. I'm a Khabib fan anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's how he spoke, too. I was like, yeah. I'm on Conor's side. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat of that video? Super chat. Entertainment purpose so
Funny if guy choked McGregor out via neck crank.
What? Imagine he got behind him. He used those long, lanky arms, and he got behind him. Hey, him go to sleep. Yeah. That would have been hysterical. All right. Let's see what the chat says.
Chris P, #1 fan, says he just wanted a photo. Conor doesn't like pictures. Vigo Cobain says white people are abused by the blacks. Sean Rosas, only gay dudes wear white tight pants. Boss Kogar says, yeah, fook that guy. Chris H says, listen, I love black people. Bitch, I'm a Conor McGregor fan, says David Flores Jr. Monster says, Chris, your tattoos don't cover your beta cuck personality.
Oh, sorry. I fell asleep during that. What did he say?
Chris H says, but not black Muslims. Vigo Anzalone says, Moss. Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington. The fan wanted Proper 12 imported to Wakanda. Prison Mike says, Conor involving himself in every news there is, shaking my head. Conor assaulted a fan recently in a bar. We have something on that. Don't worry, MacV. We'll get there. Joseph Gibbs says, Conor should have kicked him in the nuts, too.
I really would love to know. You would think with all these people videoing it and taking pictures, I'm assuming... Like, looking at this, I'm assuming that someone has some audio of what was being said. I'm dying to know what the fuck they were saying. You know, I love a good shit talk. You know, I love that, especially when Conor's drunk and this dude was probably wasted too. Like, it probably would have been a good back and forth. I was curious what they were saying, but we don't know what they were saying. I mean, he could have said anything. He could have said anything. He could have been talking about, you know, who knows? God knows what. When you're drunk, and I've been there, you know, when you're drunk and stumbling out of a club, I can't even tell you how many fights I fucking
Tell
got
us
into.
the stories, Chris. Tell us the horror stories.
The horror story? No, I'm saying that's what guys do after a club. Well, what you guys usually do when I was growing up is, like, if you didn't, like, meet a girl that night, you would start a fight. That's what it was. So Conor already has his girl, so I don't know what the fuck was going on. He was arguing in the club too as well. So he was probably just all juiced up and went outside and started a fight. That's what guys do. That's what boys do. Boys fight. Boys will be boys.
Listen, I'm not in the loop. I have no idea.
Yeah. You've gotten into fights. What are you talking about? You never fought?
Yes, I've gotten in fights, but I've never gone to a bar and then started a fight because I couldn't pick someone up.
Well, you were only legal for like a year, so.
I would never do that.
What?
Who does that?
Well, go to a bar to pick someone up?
You do that.
My mom met my father in a bar.
Your mom didn't go to a bar and then have the intention to beat people up because she couldn't pick up your father.
No, if my mom didn't pick up my father, she would have fought.
No, she wouldn't.
She's a badass.
No,
she's a goddamn badass. Well, you mean to tell me your mom, who served, never got into a bar fight?
My mom was wrapped up in gangs before she served.
So respect the gang members over here.
Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
We should get your mom on the show to talk about.
She will never talk about it.
She probably beat up dudes, you know? Not only serving, she probably in the bar. She cracked a couple of
I'm not going to talk to my mother about that. It's not happening.
Lady C, you need to come on the show and tell us about your bar fights. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the, what was the next story? You said you had a story on something else?
Oh, MacV was talking about, it's okay, it'll come up.
Okay. Where's the next story in the news, JBH?
Okay. Let me just X out of this real quick. There we go. According to BJPenn.com, Paulo Costa explains the current situation and still wants a Yoel Romero fight.
Steroids?
Last month, it was announced that perennial top UFC middleweight contender Yoel Romero would be rematching with Ronaldo Jacare Souza in the main event of UFC Fort Lauderdale on April 27th. That is opposed to Romero fighting Paulo Costa, who he was originally expected to face. Costa and Romero have been linked to fights with one another on two separate occasions now, the first of which was targeted for UFC 230 in November 2018. The reason for the fight not coming to fruition was due to Romero still recovering from a broken orbital bone. This time around, a few days after Romero and Jacare 2 was announced, the Cuban wrestling legend revealed that he had heard that an incident with a Usada test failure was the reason for Costa not being able to fight him at this time. Of course, this was just speculation, as one of Usada's new policies keeps the results of testing private until they have been concluded to avoid defamation and false accusations. This is especially important in the cases of tainted supplements. Now getting his chance to speak, Costa has clarified his situation. He said, quote, I was called to fight Romero. I signed the contract. He hadn't signed it. He'd gone into a reality show, and we were in this indecision of whether he'd be able to fight or not. When he came back from the reality show and was able to sign the contract at last, in the same week he was back, the New York Athletic State Commission asked me to take a statement about a medication I'd taken for my stomach. And then they said, in order for you to answer this, you won't be able to fight, unfortunately. You're unfortunately going to be ineligible for this fight because you need to notify to us what it is that you took for your stomach. It was a simple medicine, Placil, used commonly in Brazil for nausea. It's not doping. It had nothing to do with doping.
You know what's funny? Everyone that's nauseous in Brazil has a lot of muscles. It's really weird, right? Is that kind of ironic, Jesse? No? All right.
Genes. You take it when you feel some type of stomach discomfort, so because of that, I didn't understand it either. They said that I couldn't fight him because I had to figure this out first. Since the speculation began in regards to Costa's inactivity, Romero has pulled out of the fight himself as he came down with an illness. Jacare is now set to face the recent impressive winner of UFC Philadelphia's co-main event, Jack the Joker Hermanson.
All right. So Paulo Costa, who a couple years back was doing the rehydration thing with the IV, there was controversy with that. It's just very suspicious, right? What's going on here? I mean, you look at the guy, you just assume the guy's roided up. The guy is tremendous. He is jacked up, carved up. And if he's not, he's got incredible genetics.
Well, maybe it's good genes.
It could be. I mean, it's not impossible. But I'm going to go with this guy's on steroids.
Please.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if TJ is, I think TJ was feeding him steroids.
Everybody's on steroids.
He's got to be.
I got to go stim the clip real quick.
Yeah. All right. What do you think in the chat? Do you think that Paulo Costa is on steroids? What is his deal? He falls out. Then Romero falls out of the Jacare fight in Florida. But Romero is on that reality show. And then, he got ill or something. And now he's out of the Jacare fight, which kind of sucks. I wanted to see the rematch. Is Costa on steroids? Yes or no? All right, while Jesse is stimulating her clit, you are stuck with me. He beats me every time on UFC 3. He's on the fucking juices, Sean Rose.
Wonderful.
Yeah, if he beats you on UFC 3, then he's definitely on steroids. Stimulate the Vigo. He's on roids. Roids take Costa. Costa, your body, very strong. Yes, very lucky. I'm almost knittered her big time. Kapow. Paulo is definitely on steroids, and the Vigos are on horsecock. Oh!
Wonderful.
Boom roasted. Chris has a tiny vagina behind his bullsack. Well, that's actually true. Yes, who else has crappy technique and good stamina? Says Chris H. Play the Alien song, says Vigo. He's on TGE, same stuff TJ was on, says Curtis. Yes, unfortunately, he is, says Ann H. And Costa versus Yoel equals Battle of the Roids. Mac V. So, I mean, I'm going with yes. I'm going to go with Paulo is on steroids, but, innocent to proving guilty, but really strange, this man. I want to see him fight Yoel Romero. I want to see these two in the cage beat the fuck out of each other.
I concur.
I'm dying to see that shit. That'd be a lot of fun. But I don't know if we're ever going to get to see that, Jesse.
Yeah.
I just don't know. So today, I was speaking about this in the beginning of the show. And I was saying how one of the things that got me going today over the hunt, I had a fever last night, and then today I wake up. I was a little phlegmy and had a bad headache, and I was like,
I thought he was going to die. I stayed up until he fell asleep to make sure that he didn't die on me.
And you know what saved my life? I woke up this morning, and the fact that I woke up, I didn't need my life saved. I saved my own life, I guess. But I woke up, and the head was pounding. I was like, I got to exercise a little, do something here. Mm-hmm. And I pour into my bottle a cup like this, Jesse.
Yeah, a bottle.
Timeless CBD. Yeah. BCAAs
mm-hmm.
in that cup. And like within 5 minutes, I was ready to rock, ready to roll. Jesse, tell us some more about this Timeless CBD.
Timeless CBD. Timeless CBD sees a gap in the industry between quality and affordability. This is a CBD company that strives to make top-notch products at prices people can afford. All Timeless CBD's products are carefully handmade at their facility. Each and every batch is third-party tested at one of their trusted labs. Visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and get your hands on only the best CBD products, such as full-spectrum oils, gummies, pain salves, freezes, BCAAs, and more. Use promo code MMA-Hole for up to 10% off your entire order. We use Timeless CBD on a daily, and we haven't felt this good in years. We recommend Timeless CBD to anyone seeking treatment for numerous conditions. Once again, visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and promo code MMA-Hole and get up to 10% off your entire purchase.
There you go. Timeless CBD is
wonderful.
It is. All right, so check that out. We have a promo code MMA-Hole. You get 10% off. CBD is expensive. You know, wherever you go, it's expensive. Yes. But we can give you a little bit of a discount here on the MMA-Holes. Link in the description. Click that shit. Get that promo code 10% off with MMA-Hole. It works. We're going to be giving away stuff tomorrow as well. But if you want to get your hands on it immediately, go down below. Go down on us right now. Next story, JPH.
According to MMA Junkie, Ross Pearson announces mixed martial arts retirement.
I'm not surprised, motherfucker.
Ross Pearson never won a world championship, but over the course of a pro mixed martial arts career, which dates back to 2004, he certainly lived up to his nickname of The Real Deal. The Sunderland, England native won the Ultimate Fighter 9 in 2009 and then became a regular part of the UFC scenery for nearly a decade. Win or lose, Pearson was a competitor capable of stealing the show on any given night, as evidenced by his 3 career Fight of the Night post-fight bonuses. Monday, the 34-year-old Pearson announced via Instagram he's retiring from MMA, although he appeared to leave the door open for eventually participating in other forms of competition. He said on the post, quote, "After some long, hard talks and careful consideration with my family, friends, and team, I've decided it's time to retire as an MMA fighter. As hard as that is to say, it's not the end of my career as a competitor. I've always been a fighter, and right now I'm keeping my mind open as to what's next for me. I'd like to take this time to thank everyone at UFC for having me for the past 10 years, at Dana White for seeing something in me and believing in me for all these years ago." Pearson finishes with a career record of 26-16. His final bout was a first-round TKO loss to Desmond Green at UFC Philadelphia on March 30th. His last victory was a unanimous decision over Mizuto Hirota at UFC 221, which was his only win in his past 7 fights.
All right, so Ross Pearson retired. I am not surprised. Didn't we say it on the show? If I'm not mistaken, Jesse, did I not say Ross Pearson's retiring?
Perhaps he did.
I think I did. Ross Pearson has CTE and is gone. All right, rest in peace, Ross Pearson. The guy had an interesting run. He was in some wars, but that's that. All right, what else we got over here, Jess?
All right, according to the Bleacher Report, Conor McGregor reportedly under investigation in Ireland for an alleged bar fight.
All right, so now this is an old story. Is this something?
April 8th, but we did not cover it. So I figured I would throw it in there just so we could cover it real quick, get some opinions on it, and then move on.
All right, let's see what we got.
All right. Police in Ireland are reportedly investigating an assault allegation against UFC fighter Conor McGregor. Niall O'Connor and Ciara Fillon of the Irish Mirror reported a man said McGregor punched him in a bar. Police confirmed they are investigating an alleged assault at Marble Ark pub in Dublin, but they did not name any suspects. Per O'Connor and Phelan, one source said McGregor was being a show-off in the pub and one man didn't like it and went up to have a word with him, while another said someone mocked the fighter for his loss to Khabib before the alleged punch. In mid-March, the Associated Press reported another man filed a lawsuit for what we just saw, which was a cell phone smash. TMZ Sports shared the video of the cell phone smash. O'Connor and Phelan noted charges from that incident were decreased from a felony to a misdemeanor after it was discovered the phone was worth less than initially thought. As for the latest allegation, it is notable the source said someone teased McGregor about his loss to Nurmagomedov, considering the two fighters had recently engaged in an ugly back and forth via social media. Ben Folks of MMA Junkie summarized the exchanges, noting Nurmagomedov compared McGregor to a jealous wife and called him a rapist. McGregor insulted Nurmagomedov's wife and their religion and later apologized in a tweet that said, in part, quote, "All faiths challenges us to be our best selves."
From what I heard, this thing has been squashed already. I heard it's like,
really?
Yeah, it's swept under the table. So we got into a bar fight and that's gone. So someone got paid again. People in the chats, if you are getting annoyed with the Vigo stuff, no worries. We have a website called themmaholes.com. You can check out our website called themmaholes.com. We have a live chat over there as well. So anytime it gets a little AIDSy over here on the MMA Holes live show, you go to the home section and boom, there it is, live chat over here. So you got some GIFs and a lot of fun stuff. You go over here and continue the conversation and watch the show on the website. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. So what do you think about that, Jess? Conor McGregor always in trouble, slapping phones, slapping people in bars,
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker.
raping people, doing it all. He does it all.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker.
So you're not surprised?
Not at all. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow Conor finds himself in jail for something.
Yeah. I'd be doing the same shit. It's like the Justin Bieber thing too.
You know what? I don't think you would.
Yes, I would. All right, you didn't.
You
know
don't
me
think you'd learn your
at
lesson?
30,
But you're
like
42 now. You're saying at 42 years old, you would do the same thing.
No. I'm saying if I was his age and I was worth that much money, I would not be married, and I would be doing dumb shit too. I would be doing dumbass shit. I probably wouldn't be knocking people up. I probably wouldn't be doing that, but I would definitely be doing some stupid shit. Even the hand truck incident. Like, I'm thinking about if I had power to have my boys fly over a private jet to do something like asinine like that, I probably would to defend my buddy. I probably would. So, like, I get what he's doing there. It's not a good role model.
Kind of a turn off.
Well, I don't give a fuck. But Justin Bieber, he's a real douchebag, right?
But he cleaned up his act.
No, he didn't. He's still
Yes,
doing
he did.
stupid shit. He got in trouble recently for something stupid.
For what?
He's a knucklehead. I don't know. It's something he played like an April Fool's joke with his girlfriend or some shit like that.
It's an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, but he got into hot water for it because it was something he got engaged to her. So I don't know. It's just fucking stupid. Anyway, Justin Bieber, another kid that got thrown into the mix. He's a complete douchebag. Most people would be a douchebag if they were thrown fame like that. It's just how it works, you know? That much money thrown into your lap. Imagine you're a psycho head with some money.
I'm a legit psychopath, but I don't like that kind of publicity. So I have a feeling.
Have you ever had millions of dollars in your bank account?
Yes.
You ever hear of more money, more problems?
All I'm saying is everybody's different, and a lot of people can handle things differently.
I can't criticize because I can see both sides, and I can see myself with the devil on my shoulder doing some stupid ass shit. I've done dumb things, you know. And to the people that are out there always casting stones and being like, "You're an asshole. You did this. You beat that person. You raped that person. You did that and that." Like you don't know. You weren't there. You know what I'm saying? So like in all these situations,
I'm not judging. I'm just saying that people handle things differently.
Yeah.
I don't think that everybody would handle it the same way he does.
I think you would be hopping on black guys' cocks. You'd be doing everything. Doing it all.
What
You'd
does that
rotating
even
around.
mean?
If you were a millionaire, multi-millionaire, you find that all the black guys.
What does that even mean?
I don't even know. I'm just fucking with you. I don't know. What would you do in the chat if you had millions and millions of dollars and you just had money to shit? You could wipe your ass with $100 bills. What would you do? Probably the wrong thing too. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let's see what else we have in the news. Oh, look, Take a Shower Stinky wants to cuddle. Want to cuddle with Take a Shower Stinky?
According to BJPenn.com, Coach Dwayne Ludwig comments on TJ Dillashaw's situation. Yesterday afternoon, former UFC bantamweight champ TJ Dillashaw was hit with a 2-year suspension from the United States Anti-Doping Agency after testing positive for recombinant human erythropoietin, an EPO.
In related news, Jessica G said she would hop on all the black cocks. So
I'm happy that you wanted to point that out.
All right.
Wonderful.
Let's talk more. TJ. Oh, wait, we spoke about this already. No?
No.
The 2-year Usada?
This was his coach.
All right, his coach? Where am I? Am I in the wrong thing? Let's see. Let's scroll. Here we go. Dwayne Ludwig. All right, there we go. Now we're on the same page. This guy, what is he going to do, right? Dwayne Ludwig? Other than TJ Dillashaw. Like, everyone says he's a genius, but who else trains under Ludwig? I'm not familiar with anyone else. All right, what does he say?
Speaking on Instagram, Dwayne Ludwig, the longtime handler of TJ Dillashaw, issued a quick statement on the situation. He referred to Dillashaw's EPO as an inexcusable but vowed to stand by his student. He said, quote, "He is not the first, nor will he be held the last, but yes, it is inexcusable. People make mistakes, but he's still my ninja. Hashtag still my ninja. Hashtag Dillashaw. He that is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone." And then he quoted Jesus Christ. Nutritionist Sam Calavita also commented on TJ Dillashaw's situation in a much longer statement. See what he had to say. He said, quote, "It is with a heavy heart that I, Coach Cal, the owner, found and purveyor of the training lab, been recently seen the defeat of one of our family members in recent months. This defeat is not due to the skills and combat savvy of an opponent of flesh, but rather a defeat at the perilous hands of a far more sinister foe, the demon of self-doubt, which haunts each and every one of us at one time or another in our lives."
I don't know what the fuck he was saying there. Do you know? Can you translate that? I can't understand Dwayne
I think they
Ludwig.
were basically saying that even though what Dillashaw did was inexcusable, they're not going to crucify him for his actions.
Why can't he just say it in English instead of speak in biblical terms? Like, why can't he just speak in English? Dwayne Ludwig is such a weirdo. Like, he's such a bizarre dude. He's so bizarre. Now that he doesn't have TJ, who's under? Does anyone in the chat know about Ludwig? Like, who fights under him? I'm not sure who he coaches besides TJ. I know he left Alpha Male with them, and I'm sure they have a ton of killers under him, but I don't know anyone else. All right. What else do we have in the news? Oh, look. Someone who was on the MMA-Holes, Ryan Bader, double champion. We'll be taking some phone calls, too, in the second hour, which is starting right now. So very shortly, we'll be taking some phone calls and getting your thoughts on the whole situations of tonight. Ryan Bader, what do we got?
According to BJPenn.com, Ryan Bader re-signs with Bellator on a multi-year deal. Bellator's two-division champion is staying put. To no one's surprise, Bellator light heavyweight and heavyweight champ Ryan Bader has re-signed with the promotion. According to MMA Fighting, it's an exclusive multi-year deal with the promotion. Bader, who's 27-5, has yet to lose a fight under the Bellator banner. After years of coming up short for a UFC title shot, Bader captured the Bellator light heavyweight title in his promotional debut in 2017, defeating Phil Davis in a rematch at Bellator NYC. Following a stoppage victory over Linton Vassell at Bellator 186, the 35-year-old would step up a weight class and compete in the heavyweight Grand Prix. From there, the Power MMA and Fitness product would stop Muhammad King Mo, Lawel at Bellator 199, and Dominant Matt Mitrione at Bellator 207.
What was it, King Mo what?
En route to a unanimous decision victory.
What was his last name?
You tell me.
King Mo. King Mo.
Lick my balls.
Ryan Bader most recently competed at Bellator 214 in January, where he faced former Pride champion Fedor Emelianenko in just 35 seconds. Bader knocked out the last Emperor not only to win the heavyweight Grand Prix, but capture the promotion's vacant heavyweight title. Bader joined a list of former UFC fighters who have found success under the Bellator banner, including Gegard Mousasi, Rory McDonald, and Lyoto Machida. While no date or opponent has been set for the next fight, it would appear that Czech Congo will get the next shot at his heavyweight title as he dethroned previously undefeated and former heavyweight champion Vitaly Minakov at Bellator 216 in February.
Good for Bader. I'm glad he's getting paid. You know, he's finding success over there. Real nice guy, Ryan Bader, and he's got some serious skill. You know, took out the last Emperor, got the 2 belts. So what is next for Ryan Bader as the double champion? I would love to see, you know, cross promotion with Bellator and UFC, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. I really don't. But good for Ryan Bader. Let's see what the chat says about Darth Bader.
Vigo Anzalone is waving at Staley. Chris H says Jay Smooth. Vlad says Jay Smooth. What up, Jay? Van Shipman, Jay Sizzle. Staley O2 says Vigo Anzalone. So many Vigos tonight, bro. Jay Smooth says Flat Earth Deacon. I own it. Drug Savage says King Mo should go to bare knuckle boxing so he can get his face smashed.
Yeah.
Flat Earth Deacon's fist pumping in the chat. Jay Smooth says Chris H. Chris H says Bader is the father time champ.
Oh, shout out. By the way, someone from Bare Knuckle reached out to us over here. Oh, I forgot his fucking name. What was it? What was his name, Jess? Let me look him up.
Harrison?
Yeah. Why am I not logged in? Log me in. Log me in, Scotty. All right. My interwebs. Oh, look at this. I just got followed by my best friend just followed me. That's how I know. That's how I know. All right, let's see over here. Let's see. What was his name? I'm gonna give him a shout out. Lionheart over here. Here he is. Gave us a little shout out from Bare Knuckle over here. Lionheart is Caleb Harris. Caleb Harris was the co-main event, and we're going to try to get him on the show before his next fight over here. But I want to hear his thoughts on the whole Bare Knuckle situation. He was saying how Artem Lobov is a real cool dude and blah, blah, blah. So we'll get his thoughts on this whole thing. I mean, Bare Knuckle. Hit me with the ones in the chat if you saw the Bare Knuckle fights. There was something else. I'll get this. This is a young stud, young guy. A lot of people speak highly of him, so we'll get him on. Caleb Harris. All right. Let's take some more stories over here. What else we got in the news? Flying through the news tonight.
According to MMAnews.com, Chael Sonnen explains why he won't trash talk Lyoto Machida. Chael Sonnen and Lyoto Machida will be facing off at Bellator 222, which will be taking place in Madison Square Garden in New York City on June 14, 2019. Earlier today, at the press conference for the event, both Sonnen and Machida were in attendance, but there was one thing that was missing, Sonnen's customary trash talk. Sonnen said in an exclusive interview with MMA News, quote, "I'm not going to make it up if it's not real. That's up to the promoter. If the promoter wants to get two guys in there that have a personal grudge, then he can line two guys up with a personal grudge. But Machida has never been anything but a gentleman to me, to my peers. I've never treated him any differently. Nothing about today changed. The other side of the coin is he has the same goals that I do, and now he's in the same weight class that I am. So, I mean, there's a lot of stakes on the line here. You know, they tell you shouldn't be emotional about it. It is emotional. They say you shouldn't take it personal. It is personal. But is he a nice guy? Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy." Lyoto Machida is not just a nice guy, he's also a very dangerous one, and one who historically has proved to be a different puzzle for wrestlers to solve, and a fact that Chael Sonnen is very well aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to this bout, Chael Sonnen tried his hand at the heavyweight division for the first time in his MMA career, but came up short against Fedor Emelianenko at Bellator 208 in the semifinals of the heavyweight Grand Prix. Ryan Bader would go on to defeat Fedor and become the Bellator heavyweight champion in the process. Bader also holds that title at 205, another division Sonnen is familiar with. One thing that we have learned from the UFC is that it is difficult to hold two titles at once. Sonnen believes that Bader has earned the opportunity to set a different standard for double champs in Bellator.
Well, good for Chael, man. He's getting paid. Lyoto getting paid on the Bellators. Headlining that Madison Square Garden fight on June 14th. That's pretty interesting. That really is pretty interesting. You got, what did I say, 42-year-old versus a 40-year-old guy headlining that card. It's like it's the year of the 40s. You know, you got Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Cormier. They're going to be slapped on a card in the summertime against each other for the UFC. It's about the geezers, right? Myself, finally, we get to have I get to celebrate my age group. Isn't it a little weird though that Bellator has Chael Sonnen versus Lyoto Machida? Like back in the day, like I could see it, you know, big fight, but like that's all Bellator has got. I love Chael. I love him. He's another one that came on and super nice. And this guy is one of the guys that got me into watching the sport. So I'm always gonna be rooting for Chael. But you know, this is the main event. It's like, man, Bellator, you're an MSG, and this is what you got, huh? I guess
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he can talk up the fight and get those people to buy whatever pay-per-view if it's on DAZN, or I'm assuming it's on DAZN. Or is it going to be on a pay-per-view? Did it say?
I believe it's
no, DAZN. It has
DAZN.
So DAZN looks like the place to be. So you don't have to pay for a pay-per-view for that, I guess. So, I don't know. What do you think about that? Who wins that fight? Chael Sonnen or Lyoto Machida, the Dragon? I like both of them.
Drug Savage says David Flores Jr. He's still around under different accounts. Vigo Reloaded says Van Shipman. Kinshiro Ryu MMA says David Flores Jr. Yes, free my ninja Steve. Flat Earth Deacon with 50 likes song.
Should we play it, Jesse?
Yes.
51 in the box. That means we should play the song. Celebrate, everyone. Fist pump right now as we ignite the show into the next level. 50 likes.
I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on a dick.
It's so funny when Drunk Savage comes into the chat.
He loves it. Yeah, that's right. Look at the fists in the air. Everyone's dropping the fists in the chat. You are all wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much for those likes. At 100, we'll do it again. 20,000. It's so nice to look at that, right? Isn't that a beautiful number right there, Jesse?
Gorgeous.
It is wonderful. 20,114 people hanging with the boys. Thank you very much. Let me know in the chat if you are new to the show. If this is something that you just stumbled upon the last couple of days, let me know if you're an OG or a new G. Do it right now. We're going to open up the phone lines in about 40-ish minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. How many more stories do we have over here, Jess?
4.
4 more stories. 3 more stories.
4.
4 more stories.
3.
How many do we have?
3.
3 more stories. All right.
4.
So after 3 more stories.
I was wondering how many times I could get him to say it. Now that's funny. That's funny shit.
As long as you're laughing, I'm laughing. All right. Should we get gas station salads on the second channel, not the MMA holes? What do you think, Jesse?
Well, I'm certainly going to be hungry, and we're certainly going to go. So it's ultimately up to you as to whether or not you want to stream. We're going to go regardless.
Are we gonna get hangry, Jesse, at the end of the stream?
I'm already getting hangry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You edgy?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm getting a headache. I haven't had a headache in a long time. I forgot how those feel.
You want me to punch you in the face?
Yeah. Yeah, please.
All right. Maybe I'll punch you in the face. We see some OGs in the chat. What's up, chat?
Jessica Kills Agents and Vigo says, oh, you guys have the Vigo virgins in your chat room as well. Chris H says, I'm the OG and J. And Ann H. Vigo Anzalone says, get the gas station salad now. No. Don't tell us what to do. Chris H says, now. LOL. Vlad Station says, gas station salads? Fucking Christ. Nice to meet you all, says Jessica Kills Agents and Vigo. Gas station salad is our dinner. We haven't had dinner yet. Felony slap on JBH.
Look. Hey, a faggot subscribed to us. Look at that. Faggot. Hey, what's up, faggot? Hey, what up, little faggot over there? Oh, he's over there now. Look at that.
Sup, you two white people near me in NYC.
Yeah.
Sup, Nightbot. Wonderful. Damn right. Felony slap on JBH. All Vigo salute. OOOG. I remember when he was at 5K. OG from 8K subs. Gas station salad is more entertaining than this. Vigo Stockholm is more entertaining than Vigo Anzalone.
It's funny though. Like he's trying so hard. Like I A for effort.
I think it's a group of people who are so desperate for attention.
Yeah, it's a couple, but it's all right.
But it is what it is.
And
Jay Kyle says, damn, Hawking didn't get to the first ever picture of a black hole. Terrible.
All right. Let's see what else we got in the news. We got some fags in the chat. Ooh, Monster. Listen, if you want, I'll send you an 8x10 glossy. I'll even autograph it for you if you'd like.
Of what though?
Of my cock.
Chris or Chris Jr.
of my dick. All right, let's move on. 8x10 glossy. Well, it's gonna have to be blown up because God knows I'm not 8 inches. All right, here we go. Let's go. Next story.
Okay. According to MMAnews.com, Neiman Gracie is locked in on gold ahead of Bellator 222.
I tell you, it looks good so far.
Neiman Gracie plans to put shine on a grand stage in the city that never sleeps. Gracie is scheduled to compete in the second round of Bellator Welterweight World Grand Prix. He's set to make the winner of Rory McDonald versus John Fitch, which is a title bout. If all goes according to plan, then Gracie will collide with either McDonald or Fitch on June 14th at Bellator 222. Gracie talked to MMA News following the Bellator 222 press conference. He expressed his excitement over returning to Madison Square Garden. Gracie competed on the Bellator NYC card back in June 2017, submitting Dave Marfone. Obviously, the stakes are higher, but Gracie is still playing it cool. When June 14th hits, Gracie will be fresh, barring any injuries, in training camp as he hasn't fought since December 2018. The winner of McDonald versus Fitch will have a quick turnaround. Gracie talked about how he'd react if the winner of McDonald versus Fitch wasn't ready for a June bout. Despite being scheduled for a title bout, Gracie will not headline Bellator 222. That honor goes to Chael Sonnen and Lyoto Machida. The welterweight title contender says that he isn't bothered by it. As far as who he believes will win the April 27th showdown between McDonald and Fitch, Gracie feels it's a toss-up.
All right, here we go. Check this out. By the way, Gracie, he's a legit contender, this guy. I mean, when he gets you on the ground, you're fucked. So be looking forward to seeing what's up in the future for that. I see Sean Hart in the chat saying that he can't log into the MMAHoles.com. Well, it's real simple, guys. You don't have to put your email address. All you got to do is put a screen name or username. So if you just put in Sean Hart, it's going to ask you for a password, and then boom, you're in. That's it.
You guys will get it. You'll get it.
Yeah, you don't have to put an email address in. The email address it buffers for some reason. Just put a screen name, and then boom, you're in there. Let's check out the website chat right now. Look at these peoples over here.
Jessica G says, I would be timing them out all night. Every time I was up, time out. Right when they make a comment, time out. You would just see Vigo, whatever, message deleted.
Yeah, just fucking. Imagine if Jessica G was a mod. You guys would be smoked in the chat. Absolutely smoked. By the way, a shout out to Monster, the gimp of the chat. The MMA Holes gimp. He's right now, he's got a bull gag in his mouth, and the whole chat room gets to have sex with him the entire night. So thank you, Monster, for joining in, for being the chat room gimp. Good stuff over there. All right. Some more stories, and we'll open up the phone lines. What is next?
According to MMA Fighting, Alistair Overeem says he'd be retired by now if he hadn't changed teams throughout his career. Alistair Overeem is no stranger to trying something new. The 38-year-old heavyweight has maintained a startling level of relevancy in combat sports throughout the past 2 decades, in large part because of his willingness to evolve and adapt to his skill set to an ever-changing game. Although changing teams has become somewhat of a taboo subject in mixed martial arts, Overeem credits the practice for helping him to stick around at the top of heavyweight division as long as he has. And whether it was the Golden Glory or Jackson Wink or his current squad, Colorado's Elevation fight team, Overeem has always valued the benefits that a change of scenery can provide. Overeem, who fights replacement opponent Alex Olenek on April 20th in the main event of UFC St. Petersburg, stands as one of the most decorated heavyweights of his era. At different points in his career, he captured titles in Strikeforce, Dream, and K1, and was a contender in both Pride and the UFC, even challenging for a belt in the latter promotion. And Overeem believes his willingness to change or to seek change once a situation has run his course has helped him tremendously along the way, with one exception. Overeem's current training situation resides is Colorado with Elevation Fight Team. He joined the squad last year after losing to one of its members, Curtis Blades, at UFC 225. Since coming to Colorado, Overeem has had nothing but effusive praise for Blades, at a top-ranked UFC heavyweight contender who the Reem already calls one of his favorite teammates ever.
He found a way to put those roids back into his body. Looks fantastic lately. So Alistair Overeem. That's the one thing about the heavyweight division. You think they're done, and then boom, they're right back into the picture. So the Reem. Will he ever be a contender again? I mean, you never know. 1 fight, 2 fight, boom, you're right there. Alistair Overeem. Man, I miss Ubereem. That's what I miss. We need Ubereem back. What else do we have in the news? JBH.
According to MMA Junkie, Karolina Kovalkiewicz versus Alexa Grasso is booked for UFC 238. Karolina Kovalkiewicz is wasting no time moving on from a loss in her most recent fight. On Tuesday, the UFC announced that Kovalkiewicz is set to fight Alexa Grasso in a strawweight bout on June 8th at UFC 238 in Chicago. Kovalkiewicz, 33, is coming off a critical loss to Michelle Waterson on March 30th at UFC on ESPN2. The unanimous decision victory potentially set up Waterson for a title shot. For Kovalkiewicz, who's number 14 in the latest USA Today Sports and MMA Junkie strawweight rankings, it was her second consecutive defeat. She's 2-4 in her last 6 fights after opening her career 10-0. Grasso, who's 25 years old, will compete for the first time in over a year because of a combination of injury and scratched fights. She lost to Tatiana Suarez via first-round submission last May and has been on the shelf since. Grasso had been scheduled to fight last August versus Angela Hill, but pulled out because of a knee injury. Grasso has had 2 other fight bookings fall through since then. She'll enter the fight with Kovalkiewicz having lost 2 of her last 3 bouts after opening her career to 9-0.
All right, so Karolina Kovalkiewicz versus Alexa Grasso. Rest in peace, Grasso. Back in the win column, Kovalkiewicz. Grasso she's overrated, man. She's not that good. She isn't. Kovalkiewicz she's gonna have a chip on her shoulder and she's gonna spark her up. That's what I'm going with. Who you got in this fight, Jess?
Kovalkiewicz.
All right. What do you say in the chat? Is the Polish one done, or will she come back and get reignited? Reignited, and it feels so good. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was really weird. Karolina or Alexa? Let me know.
Vigo Anzalone says more donations means a bigger gas station salad. Drunk Savage
That's right.
is laughing at Jay Smooth. Jay Smooth says Drunk Savage with more laughing. Staley Vigo says Moss, keep using Jessica G for her money. Jessica Kills Agents and Vigos is laughing at Van Shipman. Jay Smith says Carolina's revenge. Jessica G says Van Shipman, dude, midlife crisis, LOL. SDMF Anthony says Rose is going to win in May. Carolina is back, says Mac B. Vlad says I'm catching autism in the chat today. Van Shipman says absolutely I do. That is unless you'd like to toss me out of here. Drunk Savage says Grasso is an overrated thought. Annie says Monster likes red ball gags, LOL.
By the way, Monster, let's have a little fun with Monster. He likes the attention. So Monster, if we could all drop shout out to the Gimp in the chat. Monster the Gimp. Monster equals Gimp in the chat. If you could drop Monster equals Gimp in the chat. So because he likes the attention. He likes being bukkakied. So maybe we can bukkake him right now. Very, very, very triggered Monster. Poor little guy. He's all right. He'll be okay.
He says these things because he wants to be you so badly.
He's so jelly. Monster, it's okay, boy. It's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Monster is I knew my number one fan would deliver. There we go. Monster equals Gimp in the chat. Make him feel real good. Make him feel real comfortable, you guys.
Bigo Anzalone says no one loves attention more than you, Moss.
That's true. I love attention.
Yeah.
But at least I have the balls to go on air and do it.
Monster has a gimpy dick, says Jews have the smartest sperm. Laser Guided Sock says, mark my words, no one cares. Van Chipman says, this is no midlife crisis, just another tricky day. Jessica G says, aw, how you doing, Gimp? Jay Smooth, late night smoker on account number 1342. Credo 8 Thor, monster equals Gimp Cuck. Monster equals one bad, says Drunk Savage. And he says, shout out, or SO equals monster equals Gimp. Jay Smooth says, what a Gimp. Scuff Gamer, monster equals Gimp. Staley Vigo 02, late night smoker. Zion Lux, LOL. Ray Lop says, the Gimp, that's a Gimp with a limp.
There you go. All right, so there you go, Monty. You got your 5 seconds of fame. All right, let's move on to the next story, Jesse. What do we got? Oh, wait, that's it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the Artem Lobov Bare Knuckle. By the way, Bare Knuckle was something else. That was something else this past weekend. Good stuff over there. Lobov is going to be fighting Paulie Malignaggi. And this weekend, we got Holloway versus Poirier. DP versus Maxi Boy, 155-pound interim strap. But that's not the only thing on this card. You get a little co-main event championship action as well. And there you go. What the fuck's wrong with this website? Why is it not cooperating? There you go. Kelvin Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya. 2 interim straps up for grabs on this weekend's card. We did a poll, like we like to do here on the MMA-Holes.
Yeah.
And let's refresh this shite. 75% say Max Holloway is going to win. 602 people voted for this thing. Dustin Poirier at 25%. What do you think about that? Those percentages, Jess?
I concur. I have Max Holloway for the win in this fight, and it doesn't surprise me that the percentages lean that way. You know, I think he definitely dominates this fight.
All right, what do you think in the chat? What do you think about this? I mean, there are people saying that DP is going to get the win. I'm still on the Max train. You know, Poirier is an underdog, according to BetDSI over here, our sponsor, promo code MMA-Hole. And if you feel that DP is going to get it, go for it. I dropped some money. I dropped crazy money. We dropped some crazy money. We did it. Jessica, we went for the plus 600 over there. Fuck it. But there's other things to look at that kind of tickled me a little bit. Holly Holm versus Amanda Nunez. Where is that one? I saw that before we went live. Where is it? Holly versus Amanda. Where did I see that? I'm probably missing it, Jesse. Let me know if you see it. Oh, there it is. It's on the bottom. Holly Holm is a plus 259. Now, I understand Amanda Nunez, she fucking just finished Chris Cyborg in the first round. So I understand a lot of people are high on Amanda Nunez. But I'm telling you right now, I think Holly Holm's a pretty good bet. Plus 259.
Super chat.
Newly divorced, ready to rock. Tucker
People
Baker.
are sleeping on Poirier 100%.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, according to our chat, that's not the case. 25% say no. Maxi Boy, but listen, he is an underdog and he won already. He already beat Max Holloway. He already did it at 145. So if you're really feeling it, go for it. I don't know if it's the bet to make, but I've been wrong before. I like Holly Holm, though. What do you think about Holly versus Amanda Nunez, Jess?
I like that fight. I think Amanda Nunez is going to smash, but Holly Holm is a great competition. I mean, look what she did to Rousey and all that. I mean, she's great. She's a fucking beast. So I think she's going to be a tough matchup for Nunez.
All right, what do you say in the chat, Holly or Amanda? I'm going to go take a piss. I'm going to leave you with the JBH.
Yay! Jay Smith says Dustin won the first fight. The rematch will have a similar result, but fight itself will be different. Van Shipman, don't go. You just got here. Again, no crisis. Just another tricky day. Crisis averted after the second kid finished college. Someone's accusing Van Shipman of going through a midlife crisis. Like These Please says Holly might get one back. Kenshiro says Jay Smooth, I told you Artem would rule bare knuckle for a long time. His head and hands won't break. Hi, King. JBH is right. Amanda Smash is right. SDMF Anthony. Tominator says hi. The only reason I think Amanda smashes is look what she did to Cyborg. And I know Holly Holm went the distance and everything, and she's great. And I think she is going to be an extremely tough matchup for Amanda Nunez. I just feel that Amanda Nunez, she has that extra oomph behind her that is necessary to win the fight. So I think she'll be fine. Still fooked on website. I must be fooked. Sean Hart, don't use your email. Just use a username and create a password. Don't click log in. Click sign up, and then you can create something that way. Van Shipman needs his nachos. JBH. Jesse said hi to me. Now I can die with honor. Hello, JBH, my wing one. Hi, Ann.
Yeah.
Vegan's alone dropping the mouse. Van runs the south, says Jay Smooth. I like JBH. Moss must die. It's horrible. Don't say that. I need him around. I have to carry his babies one day.
That's right. She's going to carry my babies.
Sean Hart says, okay. Can share by you. Jay Smooth. Jean-Claude Van Damme already en route to train Lord Artem for the Kumite.
All right, so we're going to open up some phone lines. I want to get your thoughts. I mean, today it's kind of a chill stream, right? We got a lot of weirdness going on in the chat, and that's to be expected.
Lots of attacks today.
Well, here's the thing. I noticed, like, today we have about 70 to 80 people watching. When the chat dies down a little bit, when it's a slow night, news night slow, everything's slow, the chat, you know, some of the trolls like to get in there and they can see me now. So that's what we're seeing tonight. Jews have
I like Holly. Preacher's daughters turn me on.
Whoa, going for the preacher's daughter over there. Sexy time with the preacher's daughter. Yeah, I mean, I got to say this. As an underdog, a plus 259, I have a feeling I'm going to be throwing some cash that way. Holly Holm, I think, is a decent bet. There's a reason why it's lopsided. Amanda Nunez is fantastic. But Amanda Nunez twice, close ones with Valentina Shevchenko. Holly is dangerous on the feet. And, you know, she knows how to win by a decision. And I think if it's a striking matchup, I think if Amanda Nunez can't get the finish, I have to go with Holly with a decision. I really do. I don't think Amanda's going to bring it to the ground, and Holly can play on the ground as well. But I think it stays on the feet, and it goes a decision, and Holly squeaks it out.
I disagree. I don't think it's going to go that way at all. Amanda Nunez makes the perfect double champ, you know? And I think if it's going to go to decision, and if it's like you say, Holly's just going to barely squeeze it out, it's definitely going to go Amanda's direction, because it wouldn't make any sense to lose their double champ, their first women's double champ. So I highly disagree. I think it's going to be in Nunez's favor.
You're going to be very shocked. Jay Smooth says newly divorced Holly Holm. Holly's got a chip on her shoulder, and Holly is not stupid.
But you don't think that maybe her personal issues can get in the way of her performance?
No, not at all. Chris Cyborg, she fought that ridiculously. Like, that was just dumb. She went in there and it's like, okay, now I'm going to throw like crazy. She did what Cody Garbrandt did. She started swinging for the fences. Holly Holm is a strategic fighter. If someone is aggressive on Holly, she can counter-strike. She can put the ankle on the side of the face and put you to sleep. You know, Holly's not dumb. She's not going to take any chances. Chris Cyborg took a lot of chances and got knocked out in the first round. Holly doesn't do that. That's not how Holly fights. This plays right into Holly's game, and Holly will be the champ. Again.
I just want to bring up to you, do you remember when after the Cyborg versus Nunez fight, when you said, when we were going back to the fight and we were watching it in slow motion and stuff, and you went, look at Amanda Nunez's precision. When we were watching that fight, every strike was dead on, perfect. So I like that you argued that Holly Holm was a very precise fighter and she was very strategic, because if you go back to your comments about that breakdown, Amanda Nunez is just as strategic.
Yeah, you know? Amanda Nunez, you're right. She is very precise. But when the opponent's back is against the cage and she's loading up on the face. But
Cyborg's back wasn't against the cage the whole fight.
I mean, she was pushed back.
It wasn't until the end.
Yeah. Holly Holm is the type of fighter that will keep on circling you back into the middle of the cage. And if Holly wants, she can grapple. I mean, she was problematic. Even though she lost to Chris Cyborg, she tried to make it a grappling fight with Chris Cyborg. Tried to trick it up, switch it up a little bit. She can clinch you up. Holly Holm also can push you up against the fence and just dirty box and keep you up there. She's smart. She's not stupid. She's got Jackson Wink. She's got Johnny the Cheat Jones. She got a lot of people that she trains with over there. I think
I don't doubt her potential. I don't doubt her potential at all. I think she definitely has a lot of potential. Like I said, I think she's going to be an extremely tough matchup for Nunez. I just think as far as the win's going to come out, I think it's going to be Nunez's favor. All right.
Well, it's fair enough. I mean, Amanda Nunez took them all out. She took the Rousey. She took the Holly Holm. Took Cyborg, which shocked the fuck out of me. She took out everyone on the way up. Valentina Shevchenko, she beat twice. You know, so I mean, it's not like I can't argue it too much, but I think as an underdog, I like Holm. I like the preacher's daughter.
I concur.
All right, let's open up some phones over here. Right now, the highest donator to spin the wheel of goodies is Joe Gibbs. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put some time on the clock here. Let's do that, and then we'll spin this wheel. Where is my time? What's going on in that chat? And
Van Chipman says, apparently I am Vigo. She seems to know plenty. I don't. Gonna take advantage of these extra New Years. MacV says Valentina was robbed in the rematch. And H. Van Chipman is an OG. He is very cool. King Your Mothering says, free Van Chipman. Sean Hart, J Smooth Holm has a big chance. I agree. Vigo Anzalone says, Van Chipman, you are Vigo. So who's Vigo and who's not Vigo? Blah, blah, blah.
All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the highest donator. You want... Jesse does not give a fuck. When she wants food...
What? I'm having a good time.
You know, I'm just saying, when you want food, it's known, though. It's great. Like, when you want food, it's like, feed me right now.
No, I'm great. I can last 2 more years without any food.
yeah. All right, what are we doing?
Drop the eggplants in the chat if you would do Mystic Moss.
I would do.
Look at this cute face.
I'm
Look
adorable. At it. I'm a very attractive man.
It's stupid.
She
does,
see.
Dan. It's shown in a few weigh-ins due to Roy. It's a straight agent. Now there's a straight agent in the chat.
I mean, it's very creative.
And he says, free all the Vigos. Vigo Anzalone, gas station salad is going to be great. Boss Kogar 2, eggplant, says Isaiah Moore. NH with the eggplants, Dan with the eggplants. Okay. They would all do Mystic Moss.
That's right. Hit me with some eggplants over there. If you
I
want
would
to
make love to that man.
If you want to have sex with this beautiful man.
Chris,
right.
your number one fan would make love to you.
Of course they would. All right, 25 minutes. We're going to put on the clock over here.
Staley Vigo would lick your ass.
Good. I would love that. I could love a good ass licking. I'll make sure after a nice...
But Boss Kogar
out.
says definitely not one.
All right. Well, fair enough, boss. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. All right. So we got 24 minutes on the clock over here. The highest donators... Imagine I just died.
What the fuck?
I gotta get rid of this belly. All right.
That was cute.
Yeah, when I die, I want to die on air. All right. Let's open up the phone lines.
Oh, man.
That's what happens if you're listening on Podbean and iTunes. You don't get to see that.
All they hear is,
What is that from? Let me know in the chat. Do you know what that's from?
Yeah. Can I say it?
You do?
Yeah.
All right, don't say it.
Dang it. I
Let me
want to
know
say it.
if you know in the chat. Hopefully we get Sean Hart.
Wait, I'm just going to say it.
Hold on. Let me guess. I believe you know
It's
it
funny. It's cute.
I want to know if Sean Hart is on our website over here. Let's see.
Dang it, Isaiah. I wanted to say it.
Isaiah got it.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
All right, so is he in? Let's see if Sean Hart figured it out. I'm curious because he'd be good on the website. The MMA-Holes.com is a live chat 24/7, so if you're bored, you can go over there. You can hang with the boys.
Hang with the boys.
We're going to show you real quick what it's about. This is the homepage. We are live on here right now. Bored, you can go over there. You can hang with the boys.
Hang with the boys.
See, I don't lie. Check this out. You got our donations. You got our sponsors over there. You go over to the next page, a bunch of pages. You got the news section, where you can see the latest and greatest in the news. Just scroll through that site where we pull our stories all over the interwebs. You got our podcast. It's on iTunes and Podbean. There you go. You can scroll through, check out our previous shows, or tonight's show will be on there later. You got our merch store. Shout out to the swole people walking around with our swag. By the way, we're going to be at Triton Fights this Friday. Chris Machi will be on tomorrow, along with Timeless CBD. So,
I can't
bonus
wait.
show.
So excited.
There we go. There's our swagalicious stuff over there. Check it out on the website and more stuff. We got we got our partners, our bounce section, and we have a contact if you want to contact us.
I saw someone, I forgot who asked. Someone asked about the arcade. It's temporarily unavailable because I'm trying to get the games mobile friendly for you guys. So if you're on the phone, you can play them. Some of the games aren't mobile friendly. So until we get there, then it's going to be unavailable temporarily until construction is over.
Yeah, once we get the games homo-friendly, you'll be fine, right? All right, let's open up the phone lines. Let's get the calls, man. The calls were great on, what was it, Monday?
Yeah, they were awesome.
Had some fantastic calls. So let's open it up. 516-522-0267. Call us up. Let me know what you think about TJ Dillashaw, Conor McGregor, and Cody Garbrandt kind of teaming up on him a little bit there. TJ out for 2 years, suspended. Whoa, they're all flying in. They all want to talk to us. You're
773.
Okay.
You're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Coming from Chicago, Max Holloway hasn't fought one elite pressure wrestler. Israel Adesanya hasn't fought one elite pressure wrestler. Max Holloway got out-wrestled by Conor McGregor. Israel Adesanya fought Derek Brunson, the human punching bag, who comes swinging recklessly with his chin up in the air, and now he's fighting for the interim title. Oh, man, this is bad news. This is a bad look. I mean, I think Jacare Whiteman destroys Adesanya, and I think Khabib, Gregor Gillespie, any elite pressure wrestler is going to destroy these guys. And as far as Adesanya versus Gastelum go, this is a perfect matchup for Adesanya. Gastelum's not going to wrestle with him. He's going to stand and trade with him and watch Adesanya pick him apart. That's my cause for today, guys. Take it easy.
All right, there he is.
Take it easy. He's starting to sound like Dan. Take it easy.
So, the situation with Kelvin Gastelum, he has a wrestling background. Now, he's abandoned it as of late, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see him dip back into this. Yes, he wants to knock everyone's head off and get a bonus, but in this situation, if he did wrestle Adesanya, it would be the way to go. Kelvin has to wrestle him. And, Kelvin ground and pound action, that would be nasty to watch. I think that's the key to victory. Kelvin can do it. He's wrestled before, the former Ultimate Fighter winner, beat Uriah Hall over there, and Uriah Hall, very similar to Adesanya. He didn't wrestle Uriah, now I'm thinking about it. I think he clinched him up against the fence a couple of times, but I think Kelvin, I think he's a decent underdog in this one. What do you think about what Kevin said?
I wasn't listening.
Imagine we had a serious show. Imagine this wasn't a goofball show and this was completely serious.
Well, good thing that this is the MMA-Holes.
But imagine Ariel and Chael. Chael's like Ariel's like, Chael, what do you think on this? Like Ariel's got that ESPN
I am not
thing.
Chael or Ariel. I am JBH. I can
are.
be JBH however JBH wants to be. So suck it, Chael and Ariel.
But I'm just picturing Ariel Helwani like this. All right, ESPN here with you, and it's a big hot topic over here. Chael, what do you think about the situation? And Chael's like,
you can't go one show without throwing me under the bus.
That's why we're different.
You can't go one show.
Well, I mean, I asked you a question. You were,
and then I said I wasn't listening.
Yeah. So what do you think about Kelvin Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya?
I like it.
You like it? Who wins?
Yeah. Israel.
Shocker. I mean.
What is going on?
No, because you're an Israel Adesanya fan, so I know you're going to pick Israel Adesanya. I just was curious. Do you think he knocks him out? Do you think he goes the distance?
I think he goes the distance.
All right. That's JBH's opinion. Let me know in the chat what you think. Let's open up the phone lines. 516-522-0267. Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier is on top of the card over there. I like Maxie in this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if DP gets the win. He won already. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm going to go with Max Holloway in this one. Maxie boy. Let's see what else we have on this thing. We put money on Khalil Roundtree. He's the underdog against Eric Anders. Anders very tough, but we got money on the under over there. Alan Joban kind of slipped through the cracks against Dwight Grant. OSP versus Krylov. That's a pretty good fight over there. I like that one. And that is your main card. So this is UFC 236. Let's check out the preliminaries. Jalen Turner. He's pretty nasty. Jalen Turner versus Matt Frivala. Wilson Hayes versus Alexander Pentoya, which I guess this is at 125, right? So 125 going nowhere. Max Griffin versus Zelim Imadev. Boston Salmon. The Boston Salmon's fighting, Jesse.
Wonderful.
Against Khalid Taha. So interesting names on this card. Prelims are okay. It's a decent main card. I don't like these interim titles, though. Like all these interim titles. But it's a decent card. What would you rate this main card, Jesse, out of 10? Like before the fights even get going. What was your score for this?
7.
A 7 out of 10. Okay. I'm going to go with 6. I'm going to go with 6. It's good. It's entertaining. It could be fantastic to watch, but I don't think there's enough on the line. Interim straps don't do it for me. What do you rate it in the chat? Out of 10. Love to know.
Kane places KG, KO's Adesanya, Cold, MacB 6.5 out of 10. Kane places 5. Vlad's laughing in the chat. Van Shipman says Mafia names are cool. 6 is good, says Staley. Sounds like a Mafia name, says Vlad. Vlad drops a 7. David Flores Jr. Whitaker has to do roids now because he was sick and had to pull out of fights. Flatter Deacon says 5. Mark Wallace 2. Jay Smooth, co-main and main event is all that matters here. Drunk Savage says Boston Salmon will make you sleep with the fishes. And he says Kelvin will win by ground and pound. Boss Kogar, wait, the whole card? Van Shipman 4.2, NH says 5, David Floyd Jr., Holly Holm, and Moss. Moss says Holly is precise, her precision is precise. Strategy, lockbox. Zion Lux is 4.33 out of 10, Jay Smooth 4.20, 420.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Jess. It's an okay card.
I like it.
It's good. I'm gonna get excited on Saturday. I'm gonna get pumped up on Saturday, but I'm not gonna be doing backflips, right?
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
I hear a goal in the background. What's going on? You're on the MMA-Holes.
You got shit on, you bitch ass hoe. I got in twice. What do you think about that?
Oh, are you watching Telemundo? What is going on back there? There's like Spanish in the background. What's going on? All right, what's going on?
Nothing much. I just want to call in and say you're a bitch.
Whoa! Shit.
No, I'm joking.
It's terrible. All right, get out of here.
Are you have multiple personalities?
I heard the in the background. I'm like, what the? He's something
Jesus
else.
Christ, I thought I had multiple personalities. This guy calls in as one character and then calls in again as a whole other person.
All right, call up on a weird night. This is a really bizarre night, but the news is kind of slow. You know, news is kind of slow. You got the TJ Dillashaw suspended for 2 years, and nothing else like really juicy besides the event this weekend. You know, the event this weekend. Holloway, Poirier, Gastelum, Adesanya. Let's check out the poll over here. Refresh that shite. Last we saw 75%. Now 74% Maxi Boys, 26% DP. So 631 people voted, and still lopsided in Max Holloway's favor. All right. Fucking Kevin from Chicago. Let's see what we got on BetDSI over here. Our sponsor, promo code MMA-Hole, link in the description. Our other sponsor is Timeless CBD as well. You can check that out. Link in the description, and we got a promo code for that. It is MMA-Hole as well. 10% off all your CBD products.
Yeah.
The best deals here on the MMA-Holes. All right.
Yes.
All right, so let's look through this. So we need Roundtree to do some work for us.
Yes.
I need him to knock some heads off. Where is he? Where's Khalil? Where's my boy Khalil? There's a lot of what's going on here? There's a lot of shit to bet on.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Khalil go? I lost him.
Staley Vigo O2 says handsome truth.
He's a plus 167, so we need him to win. And my crazy bet of where is he? Jessica I.
Super chat.
Oh shit! Vlad dropping a 10.
Any news about Ali? Still waiting for him to put a bullet in Colby. If my dono stands, Mikey spins.
All right.
Nice.
So right now, Vlad is the highest donator at 10. Thank you, Vlad, man. Appreciate it. Vlad with the generous donation over there. And says he gives it to Michael Anzalone. So Michael Anzalone, who's getting some CBD already, might get a double whammy if it stays this way. So at $10... 13 minutes left in the spin. So we're doing a spin tonight. There's no points game this Friday. So feel free to donate if you'd like what you're watching. And if you want to spin, you got to be the highest donator. And you could spin this. 573 live with the MMA-Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind?
Hey, it's SDMF Anthony. What's up, guys?
What up? What's going on?
Not much, man. When you get a chance, go check out that Joe Rogan show with Herb Dean, man. That was fucking awesome, man. He talked about, you know, the call and shit with fuck. I'm drawing a blank right now. But anyway, that was good. And then fuck, I don't know, man. I just called to say hi, and you guys are wonderful, wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're wonderful, Anthony.
That's right.
Wonderful.
Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.
There you go. There's Anthony. SDMF? Is it SDMF?
SDMF Anthony. Make sure you join us after the show on Not the MMA-Holes, where we'll be picking up a salad.
Yeah, we'll be salad time. So I want to see that, by the way. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Herb Dean on Joe Rogan. I'm actually interested in that. I'm curious. I'm hoping they dabble into the controversial calls and stuff like that. You know, the steroid issues, and I like hearing refs' side of things. I tried to get on the show when we were at Triton Fights. I tried to get one of the judges on the show. Like, these guys, they judge everywhere. You know, they'll judge in the UFC, and then they'll judge in Triton Fights or CES or any of the other organizations.
Right.
So I tried to get this guy on, and apparently you can't have a judge on. It's not kosher for what they do. So I tried. I think it'd be great because I want to know what these guys, how they score fights. And I even said to the guy, I said, you could be anonymous. We can put a bag over your head. We can fuck up your voice. I can do this. Hold on a second. Hey,
we can do something like this. Like we have a judge on, and
We can switch their voice, and no one would know who they are.
No one! No one! No one! No one!
But
That's funny.
They didn't bite. All right, let's open up the phone lines. 516-522-0267. 10 more minutes. The highest donator is Vlad to spin the wheel of used to be goodies. Now it was JBH. Inside joke time. All right. Let's see what's going on inside the chat room. Jesse?
Joke Savage says, who or do the whole show like that, Moss?
Should I? What do you think?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. We have 10. We have 17 minutes left in the show. So I'm going to do it like this.
Nah.
You should.
That's my alien voice.
I'm a fan.
I wasted it. I wasted it on that little thing.
Sean Rosa says, Herb would have rather have talked about bad stoppages than the TJ issue. Alacumin Moss, says Sean Hart.
Did it suck? Did the Herb Dean? I mean, Anthony said
I want
it
to
was
watch
good.
it. I want to watch it.
Yeah, maybe we'll what if we do this? What if we get gas station salads? Here, let's do this. We do the gas station salads on one phone. We'll stream it on Not the MMA-Holes, right? Right after the show. And then while we're doing that, we could watch Little Rogan with Herb
But that's
Dean.
a long interview.
No, we don't have to watch the whole thing. We'll watch a little bit of it. As we're chomping on the salad, we'll bullshit with the peeps. And we'll just do a live reaction to it or some shit like that. We'll tell everyone to put it on at the same time. We're this second on it. We'll watch it together. I don't fucking know. What do I know? I'm just a host. Go ahead, Jess. Take it.
561, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Yo, it's Drunk Savage.
Drunk. What's up?
Drunk Savage.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
You're a little glitchy.
Oh, no. It's a little choppy.
Well, what do you think about BJ Penn getting a restraining order from his wife?
Oh, shit. You know, that is a good one. We forgot to throw that on the news. Actually, if Jessica could pull that up. Yeah, I read a little bit about that. And he's getting the restraining order against his wife, right? It's not his wife getting the restraining order against him.
No, the wife got the restraining order because he threatened to kill her family or some shit.
Oh, wait, the wife did?
Yeah.
Oh, I read it backwards. I dyslexically read that story. I thought
At least I think it is.
All right, let's see. We're going to get... Oh, no, he did it. Hold on a second. Jessica got the story.
He's been issued the restraining order.
He's been issued it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, Drunk, stay on the line. We'll read the story now.
All right. According to MMA Junkie, BJ Penn has been issued a restraining order. The mother of his children alleged years of physical and sexual abuse.
Here we go.
BJ Penn is set to return at UFC 237 with an active restraining order against him. Penn's estranged partner, Shaylin Uawa, first obtained a temporary restraining order and petitioned for an order of protection this past October in Hawaii Family Court, alleging the UFC Hall of Famer abused her over the course of their 10-year relationship. The order was extended after a hearing in February. It expires October 8th, 2021. Shaylin alleges Penn verbally abused and menaced her in front of their 2 children and her mother, threatened to kill her family, and sexually abused her, according to a written statement attached to the protective order and obtained by MMA Junkie via a public records request. She detailed several episodes of disturbing behavior over a 3-year period and said they are only the most recent incidents. Shaylin wrote that she didn't report Penn to the authorities, quote, because of his name, reputation, the control he has had over her life, and she was scared. She said, quote, I feel fearful for my safety and my children's life and for the influence he has over my children. MMA Junkie was unable to reach Penn for a comment. His attorney called the records incomplete information and said he didn't know why the court released the documents, which he believed to be non-public. He said he couldn't by law comment on the allegations against Penn because the case involves children. According to online court records, Penn's attorney were denied a request to seal the proceedings. The former UFC 2 Division champ and UFC 2015 Hall of Famer inductee has not been arrested or charged with a crime in connection to Shaylin's allegations. Penn, who's 40 years old, was required to stay 100 feet away from Shaylin and refrain from contacting her when the order was initially filed, though he was later allowed supervised visits with their 2 children and limited contact with her through their respective attorneys. Penn frequently posts pictures with his children on his official Instagram account.
Called Pedo Penn.
The UFC declined to comment on the case. Penn, who came out of the retirement in 2017 and has lost his past 6 fights, is scheduled to face Clay Guida on May 11th in UFC 237 in Rio de Janeiro. Shaylin first filed a temporary restraining order and order of protection October 9th, 2 days after she said Penn, from whom she'd separated, threatened her and her mother when she went to pick up their children. Penn, she wrote, quote, came up to the car threatening my mother that he will kick her dumb, explicative ass out of her house. He was harassing me and my mother with verbal abuse, calling us fucking manipulators, stealers. I was trying to get out of the driveway and he was making it hard, like he wanted to attack me and my mom through the window. My children witnessed this incident. During the altercation, she said Penn told her, because you're not a man, you think you can't get knocked the fuck out. She claimed Penn threatened to kill her brother and her whole family and tried to wrestle her down and take her phone. On October 5th, she said their 11-year-old daughter told her she would, quote, rather jump off our balcony at our home than hang out with her father. Shaylin said Penn repeatedly abused her verbally and physically over the course of their relationship. She also said Penn tried to get her to have sex with other men and pressured her to smoke marijuana.
Oh, my God.
Several of Shaylin's allegations revolved around drug use. She said Penn has been a drug addict since he was 14 and uses his training camps to try and stay sober. She said, quote, I woke up one night to him scared because he got cocaine on my oldest daughter. He was freaking out.
Oh, my God.
He was freaking out and he wanted to commit suicide. Shaylin said Penn attacked her in their hotel room after he was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame, smashing her cell phone and verbally abusing her. She said him and his friends did cocaine in the bathroom all night while me and my children were in the room and his niece and auntie were in the living room. Penn hasn't been arrested or charged for any drug violations per online court records, but he has been accused of drug abuse. An ex-employee of his website, bjpenn.com, claimed Penn was a cocaine addict at the same time his girlfriend accused him of sexual assault. Penn denied wrongdoing and said the allegations were part of a plot to extort him. Police investigated the women's allegations but never filed formal charges. The UFC decided against sanctioning Penn based on the lack of charges, through it reserved the right to reevaluate the matter should new information be made available.
Wow.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
We got Jessica G coming in.
You know what this BJ Penn news means? Question mark, exclamation mark. Question mark, exclamation mark. He's going to be on the next Rachel Ostovich and Greg Hardy card.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. It looks like that should be a done deal, right? UFC's probably like, yes, quickly get him on that card.
The promotion previously has professed a zero-tolerance policy against domestic violence, with the UFC president Dana White once declaring abusers would never bounce back from putting your hands on a woman. Since that statement, the promotion has deferred.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
You got Vladimir.
Let's not write off BJ Penn yet. Remember, according to FBI statistics, the majority of these allegations towards men are fake. Nothing but a money grab by desperate women. I believe this will be dropped soon. Penn didn't do nothing.
Whoa! The other side of the story. Penn didn't do none.
Since that statement, the promotion has deferred to the legal system, its own investigators, and case-by-case assessments to determine whether abuse allegations ultimately lead to discipline. Several UFC fighters have been arrested for domestic abuse, only to return when no formal charges were filed. This past December, the promotion sparked controversy when it allowed former NFL star Greg Hardy, who was convicted of domestic abuse in 2014, to fight on the same UFC on ESPN Plus 1 card alongside Rachel Ostovich, a recent victim of domestic abuse by her estranged husband. Ostovich defended the promotion's booking and said she didn't judge Hardy, whose conviction was expunged when his victim failed to testify.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to come to Penn's defense a little bit here, because who is he beating up these days, you know? Can't really win anything. I don't think he's even able to beat up a woman right now, the way he's been performing in the cage. So I'm going to give BJ the benefit of the doubt and just think he's Tony Ferguson
that's a
psycho.
pretty severe case. That's an extreme, like, I get the whole money grab thing. Like, I can get why that would be the first thought that crosses through people's mind. It's the first thought that crosses through my mind during a lot of these situations. But for her to be able to depict every situation in detail, and then she has kids. Like, if it's a money grab, she's not going to go to this extent and taint her father's name in front of her children. Like, this seems like an extremely severe situation, and I'm honestly, I don't even think that this is a money grab.
Well, this is why I'm going to have to agree with you. BJ Penn, to me, was never really likable. He wasn't. Like, watching him on The Ultimate Fighter, that really doesn't do anything because they always paint you in a certain direction. But there was something about him that seemed off. And the fact that he wanted to keep on fighting or stay in the gym because he had drug problems makes sense, because the guy has no business in the UFC anymore. You know, he's got the name, the legacy to go to be put back out there. But it makes sense now. And the fact that he got cocaine on his daughter. The best part of the story.
It's crazy.
I mean, to make all that shit up, it's tough to be like, all right.
Like, these are stories that you can't really make up.
She's got a good imagination if she made those up. It's crazy. 1 minute left on the clock. The highest donator will spin the wheel of...
It was JBH.
All right, let's see who gets that. Right now, Vlad is in the lead. But BJ Penn, man, thank you. By the way, Drunk Savage got cut off, I guess. I don't know what happened that we lost him. I guess halfway. I don't know when the hell we lost him, but he's gone. So, Drunk, thank you for dropping that over here. I mean, that's a story for the MMA-Holes, right? Jesus Christ. Do you believe his wife? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Do you believe his wife? With 25 seconds left in the game of the highest donator.
Diaz ended BJ says Kane plays. Jay Smooths snort cocaine and punt a baby. David Flores says BJ got coke on her vagina. Jessica G says LOL JBH now that she's sober doesn't find the wheel of JBH funny. No, I just don't find anything funny right now. I'm hungry and I have a headache.
She wants the food. 5 seconds left on the clock. It looks like Vlad is going to spin it for Michelangelo. There it is. Oh, my God. The dinner's ready. All right. So thank you to the donators tonight. Much appreciation. All right. So Vlad is the highest donator. And let's spin this thing. Let's go for it, kids. Right?
Right.
There it is. We're not going to spin it this week because of no Fuqua Friday. Will be at Triton Fights. Tomorrow we'll be live again for a bonus show with Chris Machi and from Triton Fights promoter. He's been on multiple times. And we will have Rob from Timeless CBD to tell you more information on his product. His product is on this wheel. If Michael Anzalone, well, he's going to get some CBD stuff. So Michael's already getting a goodie bit. He's looking good. All right, Michael, you ready? You win the chat. Our moderator, I don't know. I haven't seen him tonight. I don't know if he's in there, but Michael, if you are watching, hopefully
add it to his goodie bag.
You're ready. All right, here we go. We're going to put Jesse over here. We're going to put the wheel.
You better do it right this time.
All right. Well, I got to set this shit up. It takes me a second to set it up. You know, I wasn't prepared for this. So you're going to hold your hand up there for a while until I get the fucking spin ready. All right. So what do you think, Jesse? Now we combined two things, right? What do we combine?
Pens and corkscrews.
There you go. Pens and corkscrews. They are one part. Now you get a double. You get a double. All right, let's hit spin that wheel in the chat. Say spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Go. I got him. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Jesse.
Refresh.
The wheel is fucking broken. Hold on a second. Oh, my God. Is the wheel broken? Did the powerful donations of Vladimir, as they're saying, spin that shit, spin the wheel. They have damaged the wheel. Holy shit. See if you can tug on it. See if you can get it to work. Let me see. What's up with the wheel? We need to WD-40 the wheel. What the fuck? All right, Jesse. We're going to try this again.
You smell
ready?
good.
I know. Oh, fuck. I keep hitting the wrong things. So, my technical difficulties over here. This website is complete ass that we're using. All right, let's try this again, Jesse. You ready for this fantastic game tonight?
Yes.
As everything's falling apart. Ready? Tell me when you're ready to spin. Oh, there you go. There it is. Thank God we got that CBD in our system. All right, the wheel is spinning. Michael Anzalone. Oh, there he is. Michael Anzalone in the chat. We'll get something on this wheel of goodies. Let's see what he gets as the wheel is going around. It's slowing down. All right, T-shirt has passed. He got himself a mini cooler. Yes. Whoop, whoop. Michael Anzalone, not only are you getting a mini cooler, but you are getting something from Timeless CBD. You're getting yourself a wonderful, wonderful CBD product. Thank you for playing.
And some other goodies.
Yeah, we'll be slipping in.
In honor of our moderator.
We got Flat Earth Deacon that's getting something, right?
Yes.
He's getting a mug. Jessica G.
Yes.
Right? Michael Anzalone.
Yes.
And tomorrow we'll give something else away. Why not? What a show.
What a show.
Should we take one more call? Or should we wrap it up and go on Not the MMA-Holes?
Yeah, let's go on Not. I scheduled the stream. Should I drop the link?
Hold on a second. Well, make sure you check this out. Over here. This is the MMAHoles.com. When we are not streaming, there is a live chat 24/7. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on the computer. Works very wonderfully.
Wonderful.
So go check that shite out over there. If you're bored, drop a comment over there and hang with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
What's nice about this is even if you missed the show, you can watch it back on the MMAHoles.com and have a live chat. So you can be with your friends and watch the show and hang out with the boys. Lots of things to do over there, so check it out. The MMAHoles.com. We are going to go live on the second channel called the Not the MMA Holes. We're going to get in the car. We're going to get a gas station salad. Now, if you've never tried a gas station salad,
Fun fact, I've never tried the gas station salad.
You're going to get one. You're going to get a gas station salad.
Unless they have something more delicious there, like...
There's nothing like gas station chicken.
A sub sandwich.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could go for anything right now, really.
So we're going to probably have some... There's going to be some shenanigans. Be like, sir, turn off the phone. What are you doing? We're going to eat it, and yeah. All right, going over to Not the MMA Hole. So Anthony's going to be there. Let me know in the chat. Will you be in Not the MMA Holes, yes or no, as we continue on the second channel?
Congrats, Michael. Get gas station pizza. Savage OG, Triple OG. I loved you guys. We love you, Drunk Savage. What's up, people? When you going live right after this, stay away from gas station nacho cheese. You'll die. Indian LOL. Later, slap nuts. Yes. Yes, I will be there.
Jesse, what do you call cheese that is not yours?
Nacho cheese.
No, wonderful.
I used to tell that joke all the time.
Yeah, it's an oldie but baddie.
Let's see. Yes, I'm already there. Yes, she just needs something in her throat. Oh, you're so fucking funny, King. Oh my God, he just told the best joke in the chat tonight. Oh.
By the way, we lost Monster. He's gone. I miss Monster.
He got scarred.
Well, Monster, may your gimping night be pleasurable. All right, we're going to wind this thing down. Thank you for joining us. We'll be live tomorrow on this channel once again for a special show, a quickie, Timeless CBDs. Rob will be here tomorrow night, and fan favorite Chris Machi, Triton Fights promoter, will be back again. And I hear he has a mohawk. So Forehead will be back on the show, and we'll be live for Triton Fights this Friday. Saturday night, we'll be reacting to the UFC 236, and that will be wonderful. Wonderful. All right.
Wonderful.
All right, Jesse.
Gas station salad time.
Okay. So, Jesse, say those magic words. Let's get rid of this wheel. You like that?
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.